Hey YouTube, it's AllPrime13 again with another Transformers video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at two figures, the cyberworld cyber changers, Dinobot Snarl and Megatron. And I have their boxes flipped. Not that it really matters. But yeah, we'll take a look here at Snarl's box first. He is a usual Stegosaurus, although he has an oddly Junkion theme going on. There's some product shots. There's Megatron, there's Skybite, our legal jargon. That's it for the box. For Megatron, there we have him screaming. There's the bull mode. There are product shots, Bumblebee and Snarl, legal jargon. That's it for the box. And then we have Snarl's lovely instructions, and it's about 4 steps. So there's that. And then we have Megatron, or Mega Bull, as he was listed in the leaks, and he's about 4 steps. So there is that. And if you're wondering why I'm doing these figures together, there are 2 reasons. One, these figures are so small and so simple that they really don't constitute their own video, really. And secondly, these are basically the same frickin' toy. And I was actually kind of ticked off when I realized that after getting these home, because I bought these guys the same day, and they're basically the same. The only difference is really in the molding. Like, they transform the same, their weapon is almost the same, as far as like how it stores. Like, they're the same engineering, like almost completely. They're basically the same toy with a different skin. It's actually kind of irritating. So yeah, let's do a couple of quick comparisons here. So here's the one I reviewed before in Elita 1. You can see they're all around the same size. Get a core class in here. Get a deluxe in here. So yeah, and you'll see what I mean when I say they're the same toy, because like, really, like, I can't stress enough, like, they have the almost exact engineering. Completely different sculpts, and they, you know, they don't look the same, but they are incredibly similar. And like, I can't even really say it's like a heavy retool, because like the figures themselves are shaped completely different. They're just engineered the exact same way. But we'll start here with Snarl. So first we are going to take away his tail weapon, and then you want to fold his legs back, bring his hips forward like so, and then you bring his arms forward like this. And then you basically like lift up on his dino head here. Hang on. What? Come on. Oh, you're not moving. There we go. There we go. So yeah, and then that'll shift all of this forward. Bring his arms back down. I had them in the wrong position. That's on me. That's on me. And then, yeah, these little bits on the heel here kind of slide into this gap and sort of tab in, just to sort of lock his legs there. And then the only real difference here is that you fold up his spikes. But, and this is still not sitting flush. There we go. And then for the tail, you just plug this post into the big hole in his butt, like that, and there you have him in Stego mode. Woo! So yeah, kind of weird looking stumpy head and all that, you know. Again, I'm not expecting anything super amazing as far as, you know, cheap figures like these. Still, I think it could have been better. Okay, yeah. And yeah, that's really all there is to that one. So now we'll do Megatron. So we are going to take his axe tail thing away. And then one thing I will say is his robot mode is a lot looser here. Like with him it's a little too tight, and with this one is a little too loose. But yeah, you just kind of bring it down, and this one actually at least tabs in here. Then you bring the legs up towards the back like so, and then take the tail. There are two little ridges here that are going to slide into these gaps on his feet. And yeah, you see what I mean by when I say they're basically the same toy? The only difference is he has spikes on his back, and the way the tail plugs in is somewhat different. It still plugs in the same area, like, you know, this one plugs into a hole where this one plugs into the bottom of his feet, but you know, they're still plugging the tail into the back, which, you know, that I guess, yeah, could be forgiven. They, you know, tails are supposed to go on the buttular region. But yeah, like the transformation is the same. They just fold up their knees, and then the chest area like double hinges forward to create the you know, make the chest create the head of the beast mode. And then they're just knuckle walking from there. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, again, like I said this in the Elite 1 video, I wasn't really expecting much, but I still feel let down by these. They just seem so lazy. Like, I don't know. And yeah, I've ended up with a few of these already. I also got Skybite and Optimus after I got these two, and honestly, I don't think I'll be buying any more. I'm pretty disappointed in these guys. They're just not great. I will admit that like Optimus and Skybite were at least a little more original. And I'll be honest, out of the 5 I have, I think I like Skybite the best. But yeah, these two just feel so similar, it's not even fun. They feel like the same toy to me. And you know, I'm someone who doesn't mind buying repaints, but like when I buy a repaint, it's because I know it's a repaint, and it's usually because I like the mold and want to have more of it. This is just like, I feel like I got scammed. I don't know. You know, maybe, I'm sure there are people out there who like these, but you know, I'm not even sure I would have liked these as a kid. Well, honestly, when I was a kid, they actually had good toys. So, you know, I remember, you know, the '07 movie stuff and like Scout Class and those kind of things. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is just me, you know, getting a little bit of boomer humor. Like, from back in my day, things were better. I don't know. I just. I think I'll just go ahead and end the review and quit whining. But yeah, that's my review, and I don't recommend these.